Hey guys, MichaelBtheGameGenie here, and today we're celebrating my YouTube channel hitting 5,000 subscribers. You know I like to celebrate by sharing a top 10 list. Today I'm going to be revisiting the Nintendo Entertainment System once again to share my top 10 games that can be purchased for $10 or under. Wow guys, 5,000 subscribers. I can't say thank you enough. In fact, this is a little late and I'm already at 8,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And to say thank you, I'm going to share another top 10 list. Today, I'm going to be looking at my top 10 Nintendo Entertainment System games that can be purchased for under $10. Now you may say, Mike, why are you going back to the NES yet again? Well, the truth is, when I shared my last video, my top 10 NES hidden gems, a lot of people commented, oh, these games are all great, but, you know, you gotta be rich in order to own them all, or they're so expensive. And I kind of mentioned that in the video. I didn't want to kind of put the idea out there that rarity and value and expensiveness, is that even a word? We're the same thing. So today, I want to show people that the Nintendo Entertainment System is a great system with great games that can be played without breaking the bank. I hope you enjoy.
Number 10.
The Guardian Legend.
After releasing my top 10 NES and my top 10 NES Hidden Gem videos, it was abundantly clear from the comments that people thought the Guardian Legend should have been included in a NES top 10 list. Honestly, I don't enjoy it enough to put it on either of those lists, but at approximately a $10 value, there is no denying that the Guardian Legend is one heck of a game. The Guardian Legend is a unique hybrid-style game that combines action-adventure with a shoot-'em-up developed by Compile. Yes, the very same Compile who developed Gun.Smoke, Blazing Lasers, and some of the other greats of the shoot-'em-up genre. The action kicks off at a blinding pace as your shuttle and the enemies are moving so fast you can barely react. You quickly learn that you are in for a special experience with the great graphics, gameplay, and music that just makes the shoot-'em-up stages so enjoyable to play. Where this game moves out of my other two lists is the action-adventure dungeon crawler section. Honestly, it's not that it isn't enjoyable, I just have never liked these maze-type games that much. But with the game being such an affordable title, the quality of the shoot-'em-up stages, and competent dungeon crawling, it's a game everyone should have.
Number 9. Life Force.
I have openly admitted I wasn't always a fan of shoot-'em-ups, but when I did develop an interest, Life Force quickly became one of my favorites. Life Force is a very unique shoot-'em-up, as it is classified as multi-scrolling, meaning that the action in the stages not only goes side to side, but also top-down, and honestly, both play brilliantly. Life Force was published by Konami, who are synonymous on the NES for outstanding music in their games, and they do not disappoint here as the music not only fits the game, but enhances the experience tenfold. I won't lie to you though, Life Force is an extremely difficult game, complete with the classic one-hit deaths. Thankfully, there is a very thorough power-up system that allows you to upgrade the ship and its weapons to make the experience less cumbersome. And if it's still too tough for you, well, there's always the Konami code.
Number 8.
Gun.Smoke.
I have always been a fan of Western movies ever since seeing Young Guns as a kid, and no game on the Nintendo Entertainment System did a better job of recreating the Western gunslinger experience than Gun.Smoke. Gun.Smoke is a vertical scrolling shooter where you control a bounty hunter who is trying to clean up the town of Hicksville by killing or bringing justice to the gang members occupying it. Most shooters of this nature use a frustrating tank control, but Gun.Smoke bucks the trend by having the character always facing forward, with you angling your shots left or right by shooting with either the A or B button, and you shoot both pistols straight ahead by pressing the two buttons in unison. You can also improve your character's chances by collecting power-ups hidden in the barrels throughout the levels, and you'll constantly need to destroy the barrels to find each stage's wanted poster for the stage boss. Without the wanted poster, the boss doesn't appear and the stage keeps scrolling. I always have trouble finding the poster, but thankfully you can also buy one from one of the shopkeepers throughout the levels. People may say I am blinded by Western nostalgia in choosing this title, but this is truly a blast to play and won't hurt the pocketbook.
Number 7.
Jackal.
Jackal isn't just another fun arcade port from Konami, but at today's going rate, it's some of the most inexpensive fun to be had on the system. In Jackal, you control a jeep behind enemy lines in this great run-and-gun shooter. Your object is to fight headlong against the enemy on their turf while rescuing prisoners of war. You can extract these POWs at the helipads located throughout the stages, which will also give you power-ups such as extra lives or a missile launcher. The missile launcher is necessary for battling the assortment of armored foes like the turrets, tanks, and enemy jeeps. As for the grunts on the ground, you could shoot them, but honestly, it's just as easy to run them over, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Jackal isn't on this list for being the most technically impressive game, but because it's pretty cheap, and I can't tell you how much I enjoy it.
Number 6.
Ghosts and Goblins.
When you talk about the term NES hard, you immediately think of Ghosts and Goblins, because it is one of the toughest games on the system, but that doesn't mean it isn't a fantastic game. Ghosts and Goblins is a side-scrolling action platformer. It can also be described as a relentless test on your reflexes and patience, or further simplified into a game that makes you want to crack your controller in half that was developed by Capcom. What makes this game truly hard is that Arthur can only be hit twice before you die, and you will die a lot in this game. The trick really is the weapon that you use. We have all heard the angry video game nerd state over and over, "Get the knife, get the knife." Well, it's actually really sound advice. Once you get the proper weapon and start learning the enemy's patterns, you can finally start to enjoy the great music, visuals, and epic horror theme that make this a truly memorable game.
Number 5.
Punch-Out!
There isn't much that needs to be said here. This is Punch-Out, one of the greatest Nintendo Entertainment System games of all time. Just the version that replaces Mike Tyson with Mr. Dream. If you can get over that fact, then you can start super punching the lights out of some of the zaniest characters of all time for a much more reasonable price than the original. Seriously guys, it's the exact same game, just without the Mike Tyson marketing. Go play it. It's awesome.
Number 4.
Gremlins 2.
Gremlins 2 may be the finest movie licensed game on the NES in terms of using concepts and parts of the movie to deliver a really fun game. In Gremlins 2, you play as Gizmo, who must navigate his way through the Clamp Enterprises building to reunite with Billy and get out of there. Along the way, of course, Gizmo gets wet and other Mogwai appear and transform into gremlins. Now that the gremlins have appeared, they become the enemies you face from stage to stage. This game is a top-down action platformer that has great visuals, music directly from the film franchise, impressive cutscenes, and fantastic controls. For a full review, check out my buddy 8-Bit Eric's review from a few years back, which was really well done. My advice? Grab this game before it goes up in price, and on behalf of Clamp Enterprises, have a powerful day!
Number 3.
Totally rad.
I'll never forget the line I used when I picked up this game. Totally rad? Hopefully it's not totally bad. Well, my hopes were realized, and then some. I think what threw me off originally was the cover art, which I thought was kinda stupid. But when you finally put the game in and start playing, you are treated to a fun and challenging, side-scrolling action platformer developed by Jaleco, a publisher you should remember from my Top 10 NES Hidden Gems video. You play as a magician's apprentice, Jake, who has to rescue his girlfriend and her father from an evil king. What makes this game unique is that you also have magical abilities, such as a heal spell that you can activate by holding up an attack. However, you drain your magic meter by doing so. To be successful, you have to manage your magic to survive each level and the unique and complex boss. This is a great game that can be had for $10 or less. That value is totally rad.
Number 2.
Crystalis.
This is a game I have only started playing recently, but have always heard great things about it. Needless to say, when I started playing it, I wasn't disappointed, and I became quickly immersed into its high fantasy world. Crystalis, or is it Crystalis, is an action-adventure role-playing game developed by SNK, who did some great work on the NES. You awaken in a post-apocalyptic world where most of Earth's inhabitants have been mutated and science has been forgotten, but magic has prevailed. Doesn't that sound awesome? Right away you are given your first sword that has the power of wind, which can be unleashed as a charged shot. You can improve your character's statistics by purchasing weapons or by gaining levels. Well, you're going to have to grind a little at the beginning either way, so I advise both before you can traverse through the dungeons and move to the next town. Crystalis is a very basic action RPG with an almost beginner to intermediate challenge, so if you're interested in getting into action RPGs, you can pick up this cult classic for less than $10.
Number 1.
Batman.
I honestly can't believe that this is still a $10 and under game. I mean, everyone knows about how good the gameplay, music, and level design is. Plus, it's freaking Sunsoft Batman! Well, I'm glad it's cheap so everyone can afford to enjoy this fantastic game. In case you didn't know, Batman is a side-scrolling action platformer produced by Sunsoft, who continually hit it out of the park with movie-licensed games. Seriously, Big N, every movie-licensed game on the NES should have been made by them. The gameplay is very enjoyable as you take on the role of the Caped Crusader who can attack with his fists or switch between 3 weapon options. The game is difficult, but with practice, you can make it through the levels and bosses fairly easily. Except for the Joker, but that's a story for another time. Sunsoft has always been known for their fantastic music in their games, but Batman really is their best effort. Add that to its fantastic gameplay, great enemies and level design, and the fact that you play as Batman, you can easily see why this is my top game, $10 or under.
So guys, those are my top 10 Nintendo Entertainment System games that can be purchased for $10 or under. I know that a lot of you are saying there's so many other games that could be on this list, and you know what guys, there really is. I had such a hard time developing this list. This is probably one of the hardest lists I've ever had to develop. I know you guys have a lot of other games that you'd like to see on it, so you know what, feel free to leave a comment down in the section below and tell me what games you think should also make this list. You also have to remember, there's a lot of games that you probably think should make this list, but you can't buy them for $10 or under anymore, so keep that in mind. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching. And thank you again, 5,000, 8,000 subscribers. I can't say thank you enough. This means the world to me. You guys, you really make making videos on YouTube so special for me by subscribing, liking, commenting, the interaction. It means the world to me. Anyways, I'm at 8,000 subscribers now. I'm going to be probably hitting 10 in the next little while, so I guess I'm going to have to do another video of this nature. What is it going to be? Another system? Maybe SNES inexpensive games? No, I don't think so. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something very special. It's going to be another top 10, but this time, it's going to be my top 10 favorite games of all time. That's right, cross-platform. Anyways, guys, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, and thank you for everything. Anyways, this is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.